Welcome, I'll be reacting to Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Apparently this is a Disney film, I had no idea, and it looks like it's a mix of live action and animation. Should be interesting. This is not a market substitute, please support the original on Disney+.
Set on the wireless to paint out the signposts in case the Nazis drop in.
I'm not a Nazi, I'm a British officer.
That's what you'd say if you was a Nazi, isn't it, sir?
Can't really argue with that.
Anything to get the poor things away from those terrible bombings in London. Come along.
Aww.
Yeah?
This is so funny. So I just got back from the cinema watching the new Railway Children movie, which is about this. I guess this is Evacuated Children World War II week.
Oh, you're for Miss Price. I'm expecting her in.
Oh, this is awesome. This is great.
Carry on, Sergeant.
Miss Price?
London.
That looks like a broom.
Is it what you expected? I imagine.
Does she know about the three children? Can't really blame these kids left alone in a museum like that.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that's quite out of the question. Children and I don't get on.
I believe you, miss. Come on, back to London. Hooray!
Be quiet.
Good morning, Miss Price. There they
Will
are.
they fit?
Oh, Miss Price, poor unfortunates from the city.
Poor unfortunate souls.
Who else lives here?
I live alone.
Probably with a
That's
cat.
my purpose.
I like how she just dumps her stuff everywhere. Yeah, there's the cat. I knew it.
I don't believe in giving animals ridiculous names. I call him Cosmic Creepers because that's the name he came with. You will wash yourselves, otherwise there will be no supper. Is that clear?
And don't touch that sword on the wall either, because that saber looks really appealing. And if I were a kid, first thing I would do is pull it off the wall.
Is there anything particular that you fancy?
Sausage and mash, bubble and squeak.
Oh, I love Bubble and Squeak. I miss it. Aww. She's been waiting all day for this.
Apprentice Witch. Yours faithfully, Amelia Sprout. Clasp the broom with both hands.
And say, ah!
Yes, of course. Lucky pony, criffs, crumpet, leash.
Oh no.
I wasn't ready.
I'm not sure you're ready to go outside.
Now watch this.
This cat has more sass than R2-D2. This reminds me a little bit of The Worst Witch. Oh!
She don't fly good, do she? She's crashed.
Oh, her poor broom.
That's the opportunity, and I intend to make the most of it. Come on.
Blackmail already? Probably for fried food.
Lovely weather for flying last night. No one's gonna peach on you.
Thank you.
A bit of strawberry jam. Charlie, what will you do? Turn me into a toad? Go on then, I'll dare ya.
Very well, Charles. Perogee.
Oh, Charlie! That's better than a toad, that's a rabbit.
Never seem to be able to manage. The travelling spell.
Piece of blue glass. Lovely bit of string.
Okay, he's my favorite.
Knob come from the bed upstairs. It twists, don't it? Yeah.
And put it back on the bed upstairs. Then turn it smartly a quarter turn to the left. Then, in a firm, clear voice, tell it where you want to go, and the bed will take you there.
This means that we shall not be sending you the final lesson in which you expressed so much interest.
Aww. That's too bad.
Come with me, Paul.
Is she going to sing?
All that rubbish about a travelling bed. It won't work. That's why. What's come over you lately, Charlie? You're no fun anymore.
Help me to tidy up the bed, Carrie. We don't want to go to London with an unmade bed.
Priorities.
When you rush around in
Here's the singing.
circles, searching everywhere for something true, you're at the age of not believing, and worst of all, you doubt yourself.
Yourself.
Throw that into the wastebasket.
I don't see no Professor Brown.
Well, neither do I, in point of fact. You children look after the bed while I make inquiries for Mr. Brown.
Is that Mr. Banks? I think it is. Maybe her spells don't work very well because they come from him. Maybe she needs to write her own.
Don't work. I've been cheated.
Is that Professor Brown? Don't let him get away.
Ryder!
Filigree, apogee, pedigree, pedigree.
My spell? From my school? They were just nonsense words that I got out of an old book.
Well, they work perfectly well for me.
Because she's an actual witch.
Would you care to join me for luncheon? We can discuss my ideas at the same time.
No. Just want to see the book.
My traveling spell? That works as well.
Just give the address, please.
That is a nice house. Ah.
Merciful heavens. I should think you'd be terrified at the very idea of living here.
You'd have thought so, wouldn't you?
I wouldn't live somewhere without a person's permission. However, real estate is so terrible in my area. I would completely rent a place next to an unexploded bomb if it meant having my own place at a reasonable rate. So I really feel this. That's how bad it's gotten here. Haha, straight to the train set. Yeah, that's the best toy in here. A library with a ladder. These are like adulting goals.
Miss Price, just think how successful I could be with an assistant who can really do magic.
Oh?
Dear lady, have you ever considered entering what some of us call show business? You possess the know-how, and I command the show-how.
No, she doesn't need you. And she's already successful. She has a happy home and a cat.
Your lot and my lot have got to combine.
No.
Eggland, I'm your man.
No, you're not.
Can't be no such place. There is too such a place.
Oh no, he's going to try and take the bed there. This must be the animation part.
I warned you, Mr. Brown.
Haha! Finally.
These words are... Listen to me, Mr. Brown.
I'm all ears.
Will be if you don't pay attention. Where did you get this book?
They could just use the bed. Bed, take us to the other half of this book. The music is so far excellent. Really catchy. It's like a Gene Kelly film. I love how this is just a flimsy excuse for a lengthy dance sequence. I'm totally here for it. Yeah, now the party's really going. It's great how they're doing rearrangements of the same song using very different instruments. It's brilliant. Portobello Road, Portobello Road.
Isn't that the section of the manuscript that we've been looking for?
Couldn't they just swap?
This is quite a moment for both of us. These words are...
Engraved on the star that was always worn by the sorcerer Astaroth.
a dead end.
Not really, if you could find the star.
It's a pity it's so small you can't read the writing.
But why the animals?
Towards the end.
The location in the book the kid had and wanted to visit would have the star, right?
Where?
Ask the kids.
Nonsense. Get the book.
Hopefully there's a cavern down there.
Beastly climate. I never did fancy the sea.
Where are we? The Boo Burkles.
It's really rather splendid down here.
It is.
For you, my dear. Bobbing along on the bottom of the beautiful briny sea.
This music really is good. Bobbing along. How did they film this?
Singing a song on the
I guess wires?
No people allowed.
No peopling allowed? Ridiculous.
Don't antagonize him, Mr. Brown.
Get out of here!
So, not in a good mood then. Got it.
His Majesty is the world's greatest soccer player.
Do I know anything about soccer? Why, I was captain of Tottenham Hotspurs for 2 years.
Wouldn't it be called football? I mean, soccer is an American term. I'm very confused.
Weird sort of game they play here. Foul! Foul! They're only animals. That's no excuse for dirty football.
See? Football. I'm not sure why they kept calling it soccer earlier.
Ref, are you blind?
Be quiet, Charles. Don't forget who the referee is.
Oh no. Poor Mr. Brown. Memorize them quickly. It might be easier to just learn the 5 words while they're on the run.
I'll keep it. Women always lose things.
Women always lose things?
Filigree, apogee, pedigree.
I think we could all do with a nice cup of tea.
Yes, indeed.
Obviously, I must have inanimate objects to experiment with.
Makes sense, don't it?
Not really. You're surrounded by them. You're in a house. Why did you take his shoes? Uh-huh.
Easy. Says so right here in me book.
It was in the book the whole time.
Tricorum satisty. That's my nightgown.
Is it really, my dear?
Yes, and I'm not responsible for its behavior.
Obviously not, my dear.
But we must do something.
Didn't I give you my all-purpose cut-off spell?
What she needs is finite incantatum. Ow.
Who would like some more of my lovely sausages and mash?
No more for me, thank you.
Well, at least he can cook. That's something.
You do want him to stay with us, don't you, Miss Price?
Rushing things, aren't we?
Okay, is this the invasion? We saw from the illustrations during the credits, I think she's going to mobilize the museum armor. Oh no, not the home guard.
Filigree, apogee, epigee.
Not again. Your memory, Miss Price.
Nice. I did not have punching Nazis on the list of what this movie would be about, but cool. Get her notebook.
Found it. Can't women ever learn to file things properly?
Wow. He really does not like women, does he? Is he trying to turn himself into a rabbit? Ow, he's gonna get stuck.
I am holding it.
Do you need to sing it again? Ha ha ha! Pier totem locomotor. I've always wanted to use that spell. When you hear bagpipes, you better run. How much armor was in that museum? Oh, here she is. The little Union Jack on the broom. He's gonna. Ooh. I love how this is a kids' movie, so they aren't really being violent, and yet it's very effective.
Goodbye, Colonel.
It was a very graceful fall for all of them. Oh, the bagpipes. But the Home Guard are on their way.
All right, man. He'll think twice before coming back here again.
That mean you ain't gonna be a witch no more?
I realized some time ago that I could never be a proper witch.
Oh, he signed up.
Braid! By the right! Quick! March!
A spoonful of sugar to help the medicine go down. The medicine go down. Oh, sorry, wrong movie. It really did sound like that theme, though, for a minute. I think the music in this was just so much fun. Every song I could completely see, just cleaning house and singing along. This is the kind of soundtrack that you'd want to own and listen to over and over. All of it was so peppy, like the soldiers of the old home guard. I would say that's the big highlight of this film. I also really like the story in the first half of having a spinster who's totally happy on her own with no man in her life, just doing this correspondence course and bettering herself, trying to do her part in the war effort, which does pay off in the end. I mean, she totally owned those soldiers and got them back in their submarine. That was epic. I was a little more disappointed with the conclusion. I mean, as much as I really like Mr. Banks, I can't remember the actor's name, I just did not buy him as a love interest. I mean, he's a really kind of a swindler, basically, you know, snake oil salesman type of person. You can't really trust him. He's not someone I would want in my life or even in my friends' lives. Thank you. Just not a good influence. And then he kept constantly being down on women. Like every 5 minutes, he would be like, so disorganized, just like a woman. I'm probably going to get a ton of angry comments, and whatever, write that angry comment all you want. Yes, I realize I'm watching a film that's much earlier, about an even earlier era, but that doesn't make my opinion any less valid. I'm not sure I would show it to children because of the level of misogyny. However, once they're older and can kind of understand what's going on and have a context of this is that time period when it was made and they thought it was cute back then. It's not at all. But if you're aware of that, let's sit down and watch the movie because it is a great film. The humor is excellent for the most part. The dancing scenes are so colorful and vibrant and fun. And overall, it was a good concept. Would I rewatch this film? Yeah, I would actually. I thought it was an excellent Halloween choice. However, am I also going to be throwing popcorn and yelling at the screen? Yes, also true. Most of the time, I am against remakes. This is a film I actually would like to see remade. I think it has potential to be reimagined in a more modern context. What this would need to fix it is if Mr. Brown sees that one of his students is an actual witch, and instead of immediately jumping to how can I exploit that, and trying to get her to help him make money, his reaction could have been just awe and wonder and excitement that magic actually is real. If he had genuinely been upset and said, I know that your being a witch was important to you, and even though you weren't perfect at it, you saved the day. Let's try and reconstruct some of this. Let's go find that book from that guy, or go look for other ones. Use the magical Bedknob to go find other magical tomes. Like, let's work together as a team to rebuild your powers. And in that moment, propose to her and said something like, I think you're an amazing woman. I mean, look at what you just did. It would be a privilege to spend the rest of my life with you. And you are beautiful. And I would love to be part of your life, whatever you choose to be. If you want to become an even better witch, I'll be there for you. If you decide to put your broom down, I'll support that too. That would have been a really romantic moment. I would have totally shipped them if he had done that. I guess that's the frustrating thing about this film is it was so close to being really good and then it just dropped the ball on that. So I'm going to just headcanon my own ending there.